if that was going to work there because my whole screen was blacked out. And looks like my mic's on. Cool deal. Cool. Oh, got my notification. We're rolling here. Give a little bit of time for the chat to roll along. Make sure my secondary device is on board. And today, hey SMP, welcome in. Little surprise pop-up today. I was supposed to be, should be out at Alameda today, but it wasn't quite working out. Hello, Vanessa. Welcome in. That wasn't really working out today, so I changed plans, and then it ended up raining, and it's been raining here this morning. So I figured, been sitting here with my coffee, staying warm. And I am cold. Yeah, it's been cold when the rain rolled in, the cold weather rolled in as well. So I got my warm hat on. So excuse the fuzzy winter hat here. But I didn't have my headphones today, so I'm snug and warm. Absolutely. So yeah, I figured, what the heck, I'm gonna be hanging out watching YouTube all day. I'm actually watching Steph sells stuff by the seashore right now. They're having a good little sale, so I'm gonna keep watching over my shoulder here to see what's going on, and if I see something interesting, I might say, "Hey, go check that out." Snowed here again this morning. Dang, Vanessa, it's that roller coaster ride. I know it's winter into spring, and it's been. Sorry, I'm not trying to flip you guys off here. Yeah, it's been a roller coaster ride. It's been warm, it's been cold, it's been sunny. Now it's rainy, so kind of riding the wave. Riding the wave. Oh, you ditched Steph. Well, darn. Uh, well, it looks like they got a little fetish necklace going right here. It's Steph, Sandy, and Picasso Cat that they're on with today. And what's her channel here? I think if Steph sent, I think that this will drop Steph's channel if I remember right. It's been a while. It's been months since I entered some of these chat commands, so there you go. There's Steph sells stuff by the seashore, who she's actually streaming with two other YouTubers right now, and they take turns, which is kind of nice. They have a little switch around format there. So yeah, SMP. I don't know if you have the ability to go back and forth, but if you're looking for something in particular, let me know. I'll keep looking over my shoulder. Yeah, go check her out, Vanessa, for sure. They're super. If you haven't seen her before, I'm kind of surprised, but they're really nice. All Steph and Sandy are the two that I'm kind of familiar with, and Picasso Cat, I've seen her around as well. But yeah, they're all really nice ladies, and they have a fun channel and have a fun time. So, and I didn't see anybody else that was on this morning, but yeah, I figured, why not? I'll pop on. I have some pictures that I need to take, so I'll probably get into the light box with you guys here. And then I also have boxes of things to sell too, if we want to go down that path. But mainly I have light box work to do today, so I figured, why not? I will get in the light box and take some pictures. So yeah, if you're here hanging out, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, you're not on as much as them. No, I'm not, SMP. I'm still kind of getting my YouTube schedule figured out here. So I am on regularly on Wednesdays at 3 in the afternoon. And then from there, I'm just kind of bouncing around. So couple different morning slots that I'd like to get into, but my schedule is such that being consistently available in the morning can be hard at times. Hey, Elizabeth, I take it you guys didn't go to Alameda today. So I woke up and I was actually going to get out on my one wheel this morning and go check a couple garage sales, hit a couple shops. I'm in school Wednesday. All right. All right, SMP. Well, you're always welcome to watch the playback as well. And hopefully we can catch you on another day. Hey, Jen B, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, Elizabeth. So, as you know, it rained today. So I got up and instead of going for a ride, I made some coffee and got snuggled in and figured, all right, I'm here. I'm going to watch some YouTube and get my work done. And I prefer live reruns are boring. Yeah, I know what you mean. Hey, Tanya, welcome in. What the hello, right? I know. Hey, Valerie, welcome. So yeah, Elizabeth, I take it you guys didn't go to Alameda as well due to the rain. I don't know if it's actually raining up there, so. But it was definitely raining hard here. The sun actually, it's been going back and forth. The sun peaked out and then it was raining again. And now I see sunshine again, but I also see gray clouds. But I hear birds chirping. So we'll see how the day rolls along here. So yeah, I figured I'm gonna be hanging out. Why not pop on live, hang out with you guys? I'm gonna get in my light box. I have about 10 or 15 items here that I want to get pictures of. Hey, Rhonda, welcome, welcome. Yeah, and then I have a couple things that I got that I picked up in the last few days just out shopping at shops and everything that I could share with you. I think it was supposed to rain early up there and it's windy, so I went out. Yeah, Elizabeth, Justin's actually up there today and I've been talking to him, and I don't know if it was raining or not, but it sounds like they've had a full day already and it wasn't even 10 o'clock. So I know from experience, for those people that did go, buyers and sellers, it will be worth it. It'll just be a little bit different flavor of a show. I've actually been there when it's been full on raining in about a dozen dealers, and it was way worth going. So always worth making the trip. But I also understand sometimes it's just not in the cards. So Vanessa, did you go check them out? Oh, it looks like they're selling quilts or something now. So, and I might end up getting distracted and forget all about that. So why not? Let's get down in the light box here. Kind of see what I've got going on. Awesome. Oh, that's cool, Vanessa. That's very cool. So just had a couple pieces set up in here. The good old sunshine. One of my favorite brooches. Don't see myself ever getting rid of that. The beautiful sunshine. A little glass ladybug, sterling silver by Bo. That one actually, I need to get pictures of that one and get that one listed today. 14 karat gold blush. They're like blush Chablis earrings. Really pretty pink color on those. All of these slated for pictures except for the sunshine. Oh, anyone recognize these? Pine cones. I got a couple of those. And this was actually one of the pieces I picked up in the last couple days. Actually, yeah, I dropped my son off at class. He had a couple meetings, and while I dropped him off, I went and checked a couple of the local shops, and this was in there. I'm like, wow, that's great. One for each ear, right, Vanessa? Like earrings. But yeah, this was such a great piece. 800 silver. Nice. A little bit of wonkiness going on the frame there, but great stone. Great pendant. Brooch pendant. So that one will be coming up for sale. Probably just put that in the sale for Wednesday. And yeah, I have another set of those, another pair of those pine cone earrings, but they need a little bit of attention first. So some of these items, I don't know what happened. I thought that I had taken pictures of them already, and I had a little communication issue with my camera to my computer, and for whatever reason, this set of photos didn't get transferred. And so now I have to retake these pictures. Ah, I know, Vanessa. I like your silliness. I'll play right along, so I will do that. So yeah, the pictures, I have to retake them now. And this one, I love this 14 karat stone heart. There's a local beach here where the percentage of heart-shaped stones is really high. Like almost every day you can go walking and find a heart-shaped stone. So this kind of reminds me of that. Beach. And it kind of feels like, hey, somebody found this great heart-shaped stone and decided they were just going to set it in gold. Made a nice heavy gold bezel on it. And there it is. Beautiful stone heart framed in gold. I find I find hearts in my ceiling when I lay down. Oh, that's awesome, Vanessa. All right, I think I got enough shots of that. I like to get a couple low angles on pieces like this. Show the depth of it. And unfortunately, it does have a little gap in here, if you see, between the stone and the bezel. And man, in my pictures, I tend to accentuate those things. So for whatever reason, the little flaws that are in the pieces end up looking like big flaws after I'm done with them in the light box. So this is my Coolpix L840, quite dusty, not really something that I guess I should be showing off, but this is the tool that I use for taking all the pictures that I've taken. And I've had many different, hey, Karen, welcome. Many different cameras over the years, and the Nikons for me have worked extremely well. Been really happy with those. And then some of the very first digital cameras that were on the market were actually some of the best. I don't know if it was because they were still relying on a lot of optics and less digital performance, but that's been my experience. The newer digital SLRs, the Nikons are really good, but it's actually been a few years since I've shopped for them. So I don't know what's out there on the market these days. Okay, this Boucher necklace, I did have it in the light box before, but pieces like this can be a little bit finicky. Really try to show the best of it and the worst of it. And sometimes I just end up showing the worst of it. So I need to get a couple more angles on this one for both. Need to get some of the better and some of the worst. Or some of the the less attractive elements. It does look like a tornado, right? The depth of this piece is really, really amazing. And the sparkle on it, that's one thing about still pictures in the Lightbox. It's really hard to get, you know, blingy pieces that have a lot of dazzling sparkle. It's hard to get those to show. You have to, sometimes you have to search for that right angle where you get 2 or 3 points that are flashing light at the camera at the same time, so you can kind of see some of the life in it. It's one of the things that I really enjoy about YouTube, is that you can do a lot more video, and so just a little bit of motion on a piece can bring out a lot of the life in it. But then there are also a lot of advantages to high quality still pictures in a Lightbox. Yo, Nightbot, chill out, Nightbot. We just got started here. Only 15 minutes in. Appreciate the reminder, though. All right, I need to get a little there. I have a top down hole in the Lightbox as well, so the camera's right next to the phone. So this angle that I'm getting is the same angle that you're seeing. Hey, Karen. Welcome in. Karen and Karen. Welcome, welcome. All right, so I think I got the best out of this one. Also good to get a couple different configurations. Man, this is a pretty special piece. I like that. But I can already tell the pictures aren't coming around the way that I'd like. So we'll see. We'll see how these turn out once I get them on my computer and process them. But this one may just need a third trip to the Lightbox if these ones don't turn out. It is marked Boucher right here, which that's one thing that I like this camera for. It has a really good zoom, and you can literally get right in on marks and get a good close up. So I don't know if you can see that one. But so there you go. It just zooms right in on that. And just like that, good pictures. Hey, Bruce, welcome in, guys. Welcome, welcome. All right, get those marks, get a whole picture of the back. Always important to show if you're doing vintage jewelry, or it seems to me like any jewelry, but if you're doing vintage jewelry, it's really important to show the back of the piece. A lot of times that's how you can identify originals from reproductions. You can get a lot of information about eras, fabrication, styles that are specific to certain designers. So yeah, always show the back. Super important. So we'll see how that one turned out. Beautiful Boucher piece. Hopefully this second turn in the Lightbox will get it done. If not, I might try to bring that back to a live and see if someone wants to hop on it on YouTube. But I'd really like to get that one in my shops. Just want to be able to get it done well. I go through a lot of paper in my light box. I like to keep clean paper in there. And so yeah, sometimes it'll be one sheet per piece. And then I'll put those in my printer and print my mailing cards on them or cut them up and do my sales tags with them. But yeah, I like to have that fresh look on there. And a lot of times with silver on paper it'll mark it up. So yeah, a lot of times one piece of silver on there will leave, basically it looks like lead marks, like pencil marks. And so that piece won't last long. Check out this 14 karat gold and icy jade pendant. Buddha or Hotai type looking figure. But beautiful. Look at that. It's like, it feels like liquid. It looks like candy. I like that. I like icy jade. Sometimes it's hard to see the details of the carvings on these pieces. But you get the light to play off it just right. And then you can see those details really well. The funny thing about, I was noticing this the other day, taking pictures of a jade ring that I had. Jade and turquoise have a funny phenomenon that happens, and it's very, very predictable. But when you get the right angle, when you're taking pictures, the camera won't register anything. It'll just be a black screen. And it's become fairly predictable when you feel like you have a perfect angle on the piece, jade or turquoise. That perfect angle, you almost know it ahead of time. It's going to produce that black picture. So there's something going on there with, the crystal, maybe the crystal structure and some kind of interference optically or electronically, but it's kind of a crazy phenomenon. Like, I don't know if I have the last set of pictures on here still, or if I deleted those. Oh, 420 pictures on my camera right now. So I guarantee they're on there. Let me see if I can find the last. See if I can find those last ones. Zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. Let's see, 25. Yeah, I have all my last group of pictures on here. Oh, there's the jade ring. So let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about. Because I think that was one of the items that had happened with. So yeah, see that right there? Picture, black picture. And when I took that, I'm like, oh, this is such a great angle. But nope, nothing there. So jade and turquoise, it's been the craziest thing over the years. That's probably happened. Well, it's happened dozens of times, if not hundreds of times. Something about that. There's some kind of feedback going on there. Yeah, check that out. Beautiful, beautiful piece. And like I was saying, if you get the light to play right, like looking straight at a piece like that, sometimes you can miss the detail. But when you get the light to play right on it, then you can really see some of that great detail in carving. So 20 people in the house hanging out here while I'm just hanging in the light box. Thank you everybody for being here. I hope you're all having a great Sunday. And I hope you're enjoying your time here. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And I don't know who else is on right now. I know Steph and Sandy at Steph sells Stuff by the Seashore. By the Seashore, they're on right now. So glass with, what is that? Oh, I see Tanya's in there right now. What are they showing in there, Tanya? Oh, are you? It looks like Tanya's helping them identify something. Love it. This sucker, this takes a little bit of effort. It's going to need a couple different angles. It's going to need some cooperation with the twist. Get on out of there. Come on, big old hair. Pieces like this can take quite some time to get laid out and presentable. So, well, I need a picture of the back. And this is a pretty decent picture of the back. So we'll roll with that one right now. You can check that one off the list. Oh man, I hope you guys can't hear the dogs. They're having it's a dog symphony out there. They're telling a story. They're greeting the neighbors. Okay. Not a bad angle there. Digging that. I think the dog scared a couple people off. All right. Yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful necklace. Thank you for cooperating, necklace, because sometimes that process can take a lot longer. 14 karat gold and freshwater pearl with amethyst hearts and those amethyst beads. What a cool piece. What an elegant piece. Oh, Ladies Who Loop, this is a really pretty one. I remember. Oh, I'm glad you remember that one, Christy. Welcome in. Welcome, welp. Can't hear them. Oh, good. That's one thing I do like about having this mic clipped to me. Hopefully it isolates my voice and cuts out a bunch of the extra noise. So important to get a nice presentable picture, and then some good close-ups, especially with pearls. It's nice to show the luster and the color on them, and a couple good close-ups can really help with that. Also, straight up and down pictures are nice, but getting some angles on your pictures can really do a lot for adding some depth and detail and bringing out a little bit of character in the piece. Now just a focus on the pearls, because we really want people to see that great color in there. And a good close-up of the heart. That's a beautiful, beautiful amethyst heart set in there. So try and do that one. Try and do that one justice. And maybe throw in that extra little, get some visual symmetry going across this with that extra little section of amethyst beads in there. Try and get some of the light play coming through the stone so you can really see that, see the beauty in the stone. And really important, any type of damage, any type of condition issues. This one, I thought it only had one strand here that had a little bit of loose string, but it's got two. So really important to show it and mention it, disclose any of these types of things that you can ahead of time. Sometimes these things slip through the cracks, but if you know they're there, just let them be known. Okay, I think that was it on this one. What an amazing piece. Absolutely stunning. Hey, Mama Chola, welcome in. Oh, okay. This one, when I put this in the pile for the light box, I was excited. Excited because I love it. Excited because it's going to be it's a slam dunk in the light box. The only hard thing about this, pieces like this that are enamel and highly reflective in these light boxes, you got to change your angles a lot. Sometimes a straight on angle, as nice as it is to get a nice square look from the top or side, sometimes there's so much reflection going on that it really doesn't do the piece justice. Yeah, so sometimes you got to play with the lighting, play with the angles. Sometimes one tiny little adjustment in the angle can make a huge difference in the final product of the picture. Like just throwing right here at this angle, it's a nice angle, but there's so much reflection. I don't know how well that showed. There's so much light reflection in there that it's blowing out a lot of that fabulous detail. Like right here, so much reflection, you're missing a lot of the detail. A little of the change in the angle, it darkens it up, but then you can see a lot of the extra little life that's in there that doesn't get blown out. So yeah, I like this. Pieces like this in the light box are a pleasure. So I like to have multiple sources of light. Right now I'm only working with the ring light that's in the light box. So on the edges here and any angles from the side, they're going to be a little bit dark, but I do like to get supplemental lights on the edges of my light box. When I'm in my normal setup at my desk, I'll have a warm light, a cool light, the ring light, and yeah, I'll try and get multiple different angles covered so that there aren't dark areas or shadows. But these ring lights in these boxes are pretty good at getting most of the angles, especially if you leave the reflective sides uncovered. Make sure I get my angles covered. Definitely want to show with enamel pieces like this, you want to show all the sides. You want people to get an idea of what's going on. Sometimes with some pieces, less is more. The more you show, the less attractive they look. With some pieces, you just gotta, the more you can show, the better. And in my opinion, with enamel, that's where they lie. Oh, I love that inside enamel on this. This is such a wonderful piece. I have this, and I have the other Chinese enamel bug locket that I got right in that same time frame. I got to dig that bug locket out and sell that. Part of the rotation of jewelry, the constant rotation. Okay, Los Castillo necklace, please. Amazing how sometimes the simplest of items can be the least cooperative. Like this was something I had made an assumption about. Oh, this is going to be super easy. Quick pictures. Nothing too fancy required. Should lay out in the light box real fast and easy, as it's showing here. But then it just didn't work out. You could use a polarized lens to cut glare. Oh, geez, what a great idea. I hadn't really thought about that polarized lens for in the light box. What a great idea. I know it works great for outdoor photography. All right. So we're going round 2 with the Los Castillo necklace here. See if we can get some a little more decent pictures. And yeah, something like this, it's amazing how taking a little bit of extra time can make a huge difference in the final product. Oh yeah, right? It might make you feel like you're cheating because it has such effect on colors. Oh yeah, it might. That's one thing. Color adjustment in the light box is a big deal. It's not as difficult now as it was in the early days. The temperature of LED lights has advanced so much that there's less wrestling with the lighting. But even now, like on my digital camera, I have to set the whiteness adjustment on a custom setting. Otherwise, the backgrounds will either look yellow or blue, or they'll have red. So yeah, they'll shift one way or the other. So yeah, I might have to do that. Might have to find a polarized lens and just see, or a polarized filter on the lens and see how that works. Although now I gotta say, I just got a new iPhone a couple months back, and the camera on those the video cameras are actually so amazing that I feel like this may be my last digital camera. White control makes sense. I haven't even mastered that in my camera. You know what that is? Honestly, that's one of the hardest. It's been consistently one of the hardest things about digital photography. I've had everything from a camera that could adjust the white balance really well to software that would do it for me. At one point, I was doing so much different type of jewelry and different types of settings that I had a Photoshop filter, an automated Photoshop filter that you could run through a task actually, and it would figure out the color of the background and then whiten whatever that background was. There was one manual step involved in it, but I did a great job of taking out that either red. I had all 3 problems. I had red, yellow, and blue. Yeah, I had it leaning red, yellow, or blue. So that one capability in Photoshop was able to adjust for it all. But now with this camera, I can just set the background. Hey, Jinlo, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. All right, couple more pieces. Always like to have some color in here. Now this one's going to be a challenge. You know, like I was saying, always nice to have a square shot, you know, straight on. But look at what's going on with the lighting on this. Okay, I got a square shot, but it looks like a couple big donuts are on there. So if I change my angle, it's going to change the angle. But you can also show the surface. You can show the surface is clean through that reflection. So you'll be able to see that the surface of this is undamaged. So sometimes you have to play those angles to get accurate condition, and then have a couple of those pictures be blown out so people can just see the proportions. That's a nice angle, but it's a pretty extreme angle to get the lighting out of there. Yeah, to keep that ring light out, you get a pretty extreme angle. So it's kind of hard to tell the exact proportions of the piece. This one's great, Marta Czechoslovakia. Sweet piece of glass on that. Love the color. Love the color. So yeah, one more of those from the top down just to see the size of it. Out it goes into the box. Okay, this one was a little bit more difficult. I've actually been wearing this, and every time I take it off, I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt. Like, why are you wearing this? You need to list this sucker. So list this sucker I am. Bolos can be difficult. For me, I like to have symmetry in a photo, and getting a symmetrical shot of a bolo is routinely a challenge. Quite often the leather is stiff and it has some memory in it. And it can be a little bit temperamental. But this one's actually nice. It's got a nice supple cord on it. Very cooperative. Oh, what a great piece. So yeah, I need to stop wearing this sucker around. I need to sell it. Sell it, sell it. Love this. I love the inlay on this. The Thunderbird. He's like a road runner with that. He's got that extra top going. Super easy bolo, very cooperative. Everybody, I got my first loop yesterday, Mama Chola. All right, Mama Chola, you got to tell everybody what kind of loop you got. Because if you got the loop that I recommended, then everybody should hear this and everybody should have one. Should probably get an affiliate link lined up, and you can sell those on your channel, Mama Chola. Get 10 cents every time someone orders one on Amazon. I remember that affiliate marketing being such a big deal when the internet was first getting started. And I didn't realize how popular that still is. Look at that. Look at how cooperative that leather cord is. If you guys are familiar with bolos and you know how stubborn these things can be. Wow, that's a nice, I like that angle. This one's a real treat. This piece is just a real treat all the way across the board. Wait, I don't know. I found it at Walmart, but Christina bought it for me for a belated birthday present since I turned 70. Bellomo. Yep. That's the one, Mama Chola. For those of you who don't know, give me a second and I'll show you. Well, that was an awfully sweet birthday present. Yeah, that was a very sweet birthday present. So this is the one. Bellomo triplet 10 power. They make a 15, I think they make a 20 or a 30, but the 10 power is the one that's worth getting. So not as easy to get as they used to be, and they are not cheap, but they're absolutely well worth it. This wide angle lens right here it's unusual to get that wide of a viewing field. When you're looking at things with this, you can look through that entire lens and get good focus on items. I've had loops in the past where there's just one little spot, almost like where that ring is at. That's the only good viewing area. This one, that whole lens, it's a good wide viewing area. So yeah, get the Bellomo triplet 10 power. I have not had a better loop. Another note about vintage jewelry: don't clean it, man. Really, as tempting as it can be to clean the stuff, it's really better not to. Like, I get it. There's some gunk and grime that can be cleaned off, but polishing and removing experience, I like to call it. Yeah. Don't do it. Right, another light box trick. If you look at how there's a dark area on here, I got two different techniques that I use. Either additional light sources coming into the box, or I'll use the power of reflectivity, and I'll set up a piece of paper at such an angle that it throws a little bit of light on there to highlight some of those areas that are dark, but it's not an actual light source, so it's not blowing out any of the detail on there. And I've crafted little tiny folded up pieces of paper that are sitting just off the camera on certain pieces to bring out one little highlight. And it's amazing how much just a little bit of extra highlighting the details can really make a difference on a piece. So no paper in place. Paper in place. I messed up my original fold. So yeah, just a little bit of light box experience there. If anybody's interested in doing light box photography with their jewelry, those are some of the tips and tricks that I can give you. Let me zoom out so you can kind of see what I'm talking about with that paper. Ooh, man. And these ones, after it's all set up, these are looking good. Like, I can already tell these final pictures, they're going to be nice. Some pieces are like ego fluffers. Like, yeah, that taking pictures of those. I really am a good photographer, aren't I? So let's see. Oh, dang it, I cut it off. Oh, maybe it's barely holding on. That's the other thing. You got to make sure leave yourself enough room that you can crop pictures down. Condition. important to show. Signatures, important to show. Yeah, these are great. What was that? Nobody's laughing at you, Mama Shola. I love it. I can see you so much. I've been looking at everything. I can see so much. I don't know you guys are laughing. I know you guys are laughing at me, but I don't care. Nah, nobody's laughing at you, Mama Chola. And hey, if you're making people laugh, cool. You know, I don't care if people want to laugh with me. If people want to laugh at me, cool. I don't mind. I like people laughing. If people are laughing at you meanly in a mean way, that's not laughing. That's something else. But I agree with Rhonda. Nobody's laughing at you, Mama Chola. None of the people here are like that. Yeah, I realized that I had not even written chat guidelines for people. I didn't even know that was a thing. I was navigating my YouTube studio this morning and saw that. So now there's actually some guidelines when people come into the chat and they're new. So if you unsubscribe and resubscribe and then log into the chat, you can see kind of what we expect here. You know, be kind, be respectful. Pretty simple. I don't care. I just love to be myself and honest and real, and I love to be funny and make people laugh. Well, Mama Chola, I do too. And sometimes when we do that, it can be misconstrued or not taken the right way. And I think you and I have experienced some of that where I've been joking around with you, and we just experienced this. I've been joking around with you, and it was actually something that hurt your feelings. And I'm like, oh, dang it. I was just trying to be funny. I'm sorry about that. So misunderstandings like that are easy to have happen, but usually they are misunderstandings. I've known very few people who would spend their time in a place like this who would actually intentionally try to hurt somebody. Oh, lapis pendant. Why didn't I put you on a chain? Make sure you're in live chat, all messages, and please refresh. Absolutely. What were those last pieces? Ear slings? They're like, yeah, they're ear cuffs. They are ear cuffs. I can't remember who the artist is on these. It was a husband and wife team on those. Meow. Yeah, and I guess, you know, these items were for sale. The prices were on the bags there. I brought these up recently for sale, and now they're going in my shops. But if somebody's interested in one of these and wants to buy it ahead of time, like I said on the live, they are available at these painfully low prices until they've actually been listed in my shops. So Scandinavian Karen. No, I think it's an American husband and wife team. And they're in the style of Lazaro earrings. I thought they were actually Lazaro earrings when I first got them. And they're very like they may have even been in the same town or same studio because the fabrication is just yeah, it's spot on. Spot on for a Lazaro design. You like them, Karen? You know, I had those for 60, Karen. But if you want them for 49, then I'll sell them to you for 49. They're not they're bronze and silver and copper, or brass and silver and copper. Yeah, not real sure about that. painfully low prices, right? Yeah, if they were Lazaro earrings, like signed Lazaros, I think they'd probably be like 125 or 185, somewhere in that price range. It's been a long time since I've even had them. So, all right, you want those, Karen? Well, you can have those then. You can have them at 49. So there you go, Karen. And thank you. That was the easiest listing ever. Painfully low prices, right? No, the painfully low prices are when we do the how low can you go? Then it's like, ooh, man. That's when I get that pucker factor going. Okay, this is another one straight down. I wish I could get a good shot of that straight down, but look at what the ring light's doing. It's blowing that sucker out. Awesome. Thank you. Well, thank you, Karen. Thanks for asking. Because, yeah, why not? Why not sell some stuff while I'm here? Honestly, Sundays have traditionally been so slow for sales. I call Sundays like the cricket day. Very little communication. Yeah, very few sales in general, unless I'm actually out actively selling something. Your prices on how low can you go are so good that it's killing me to restrain. Well, yeah, Mama Chola, they can get down to $11 eventually. So if anyone's not familiar with how low can you go when I'm doing sales, I have a how low can you go? Can you hit exclamation? Anybody can do this. Hit exclamation point HLCG. How low can HLCYG? And it'll tell you what how low can you go is all about. Start something at double digits, like $99, and I keep dropping it to the next lowest double digit until it sells. So it doesn't happen too often, but sometimes items get all the way down to $11 and had a couple actually get to 11 and not sell. Okay, so pieces like this, if I want it to straight on shot and the ring light's creating an issue, then I'll prop it up and get an angled shot like this. Get an angled shot coming in from the side. But I think that this one actually, I'll just be able to get enough angles that it can show what is reflection, what is a reflection, and what from the ring light, and what is pyrite inside the stone. Because lapis has that nice reflective pyrite element inside. And let's see, how low can you go? Oh, there you go. If somebody's here who's not registered to participate in live streams and sales and giveaways, so on and so forth, hit that jot form. And let's pin that Nightbot. Thank you. Thank you, Nightbot. All right, I lost my train of thought there. Back to the lapis pendant. I think we got some good angles on that. And I got enough to show what is actual light reflection and what is pyrite. Great setting on this. What a great old piece. Love it when you can just see all that, every little piece of handwork in there. Entirely just handcrafted goodness around this beautiful stone. Someone crafted a really a really amazing piece on there. Oh, that's right. I had brought this up with the. Oh, that one's $45, by the way. I don't know why. I don't know why I had dropped it that low, but that's what that was. Oh, that's what it was. I had put it on. I had brought it up with the Tiffany and Company chain. How low can you go? Can you bring it to the top? Like you're never gonna stop, right, Sunray? You know what, Sunray? We can actually. I like the rhyme we got going on there. We're gonna have to start a little jingle for how low can you go? How low can you go? Can you bring it to the top? You're never gonna stop. I found. Oh, what did I miss there? What did I miss there, Rhonda? Getting wrapped up in the chat. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw these last time. I got so excited I twisted the gold tops right off of these. I found my late sister stuff, a gold coin pendant like the one Tanya found. It was only 1/10 of an ounce. It sold for $325 yesterday. Wow. Wow. Isn't that crazy how it's just out there. The gold is out there. Hey everyone, I'm here to support for a while. I promised my husband I wouldn't buy anything. I wouldn't buy anything else for a month. Wow, your husband's a lucky guy, Sunray. That's a nice promise to make. Okay, yeah, these suckers, 14 karat carnelian jade earrings. I had those in my last live, and I twisted the tops right off of them. So fixed those, got them ready to go, and I'm showing you actually another trick that I use at times. For that one thumbnail picture. Get rid of him, Sunray. Gen B. Oh, that's so funny. That's hilarious. I can't do that. I can't do what? I don't know what you can't do, Mama Chola, but don't do it if you can't. Don't do it if you don't want to either. I could have gotten more for it. The pawn. Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good.
That's the only way I will not bid. Well, there you go. You got a system figured out there. So yeah, a little system. Putting earrings on a little paper card to keep them straight can really prevent a lot of wrestling. You know, because I like to have a nice, clean, presentable picture. I don't just like to have them kind of laying around willy-nilly. I'll sit there and wrestle with them to try to get them straight. And I figured out it's so much easier to just pin them on a piece of paper, and then you can just hang them. They're straight. They're in line. Well, hello, front door. They're presentable. They look like you would see them on somebody's ears. But the angles on these they're a little bit tricky because they're playing with that light. Playing with the light. Joke. Of course, I keep mine around too. They are nice. I don't know if you guys are talking about the husbands or the earrings, but I'm just gonna let you roll with it. Oh, yeah, that's so much easier than trying to shuffle them around. Get some angles, get some of the light playing through the stones so you can see like that carnelian. It has really nice light play. So if you get down at a good angle, you can actually catch, like right here from the top, they're looking pretty dark. But when you get down at an angle, you can see some of that light coming through, which is a lot more true to how you're going to see them when they're being worn. So in the light box, they're just reflecting light off the front. Out in the real world, they're going to have light reflecting and refracting through and passing through the back. So, hey, Karen, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Mama Chola says, I will never get married again. I only did that once, and that was only for my children. Never, 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 never. Mama Chola, did you do any therapy after your last marriage? I'm not speaking from experience, but yeah, I know how it is. I understand. Alrighty. $30 on those ones. Those ones actually didn't come up for sale last time. 14 karat carnelian jade, 5.2 grams, 1 5/8 inch. $30 on those if somebody wants them. And yeah, if you remember, I wrestled those suckers right off of there. Those weren't really set for the light box, but they're good for demonstration. I think I will try and sell those one more time before I actually bring those to my shops. I agree with. Do you ever put a coin in with them? It's hard to judge the size. They look gigantic on my TV screen. I never really have done the coin thing. But I guess, there's no reason why I couldn't. I've always done the ruler thing. Well, I haven't always done that either. But I measure it with a ruler. But here, there's a ruler. That helps. And I have coins. Oh, Gavin had a whole bowl of coins. Wow. Whole bowl of coins in the kitchen. Hello, coins. What do we want? We want a penny? A quarter? Let's go with a quarter. He had a science experiment that required coins. They did aluminum foil boats, and coins were the ballast. There you go. Quarter for comparison. And also a comparison on these Mikimoto earrings. And these Mikimotos are another example of what can go really well on a little piece of paper. Because trying to get these to set up straight and be symmetrical, it might work. We'll see. We will see. It only has ching ching quarters. Jinlo, let's see. Did I miss something? I'll take the earrings. Okay, Jinlo, you want those for 30? We can do that. Let's call those sold to Jinlo. And Jinlo, you probably are registered already. But if you're not, then hit that jot form at the top of the chat or bottom of the chat. All right, sold to Jinlo. Thank you and congratulations. And thank you for the heads up on that also, Mama Chola. Appreciate that. I'm not really watching the chat for that kind of stuff too close. If you put a size in the description or the ruler, that works. Just thinking for eBay or site. I've learned to pin down actual size. Get things tiny that I thought were huge. Yeah, size has always been one of the standard pieces of information, but it's also a written piece of information, which in my experience, the visual references are a lot better for some people. So, wow. Speaking of visual references, that's a great visual reference there for the dainty size of these Mikimoto earrings. So it looks like these will actually prop up on themselves. Oh, wonderful. Love it. So they're propped up on themselves so I can get a good shot in on them. But again, just like before, the reflectivity of these, look at all those gray, look at all the blacked out areas. So I'm going to use my little piece of paper again, but that angle's wonderful. That's so perfect. That angle's great, but the lighting's off. So keep that angle, change the lighting reference on these Mikimoto earrings. Where did I put that? Oh, 1/2 inch, 1.9 grams, $99 on the Mikimotos. Vanessa, wondering if you mailed out packages yet. Oh, you guys can ask me that question instead. For some of you, yes. For some of you, no. I did not hit the post office yesterday, the Saturday mail. So anything that I had said was going to be going out Saturday is not. That includes your Mama Chola, your medium flat rate box is packed, postage is on it. It's in the bag with everybody else's. They're just sitting in my office in a bag. So, are the backs original? That's a great question, SMP. You know, just off the cuff, I would say no, because in my experience, that's typically how it goes. But let me check that in a minute just to see. I do have my angle and I do have my lighting working pretty well. Still a little bit of a dead zone in there. Let me show you. So a little bit of a black bar in there. Might not seem like a big deal, but you'd be surprised how many people will ask a question about that little black reflection in there. Is it oxidized? Is it stained? Is that enamel? What's going on with these earrings? So a little bit of extra effort on this end right now can make a big difference on the maintenance end later. So if I can, I'll get that readjusted. Sometimes multiple angles are required to clarify what's being seen here. So if I can't get a straight on angle without that black reflection in there, then I'll have to go for it. I'll have to put it on a piece of paper, go for a top-down shot. My promise is on the 27th. I was smart to make it on the short month. I only have 25 days left. Sunray, you're killing me. Oh. You are killing me. It's so, you know what? It's so hard. I mean, for me, it's really hard because not buying things means not having more things to sell. But part of it's hard because I enjoy the hunt and the shopping and the different treasures. So I totally get it. Okay. Dang it. I'm not sure if that really made enough of a difference. I think we got it here. A slight improvement. My brain's not working today, says iKaren. So sorry, Vanessa, I got it and I love the rings. Oh man, you know, some days are just like that. I feel like I have more of those days now than I used to. And, you know, I recently turned, what am I, 52 now? Shoot. Yeah, recently turned 52. So yeah, not as sharp as I once was. Takes a little longer to recall information now and then. Okay, I think I got the angles I need on these. And SMP, boy, the backs aren't marked on these, So I would say they're probably not original Mikimoto backs, and I'm not even positive that those backs are sterling. So when I sell these, when I list them, I will definitely be disclosing that, and I'll offer sterling and silicone backs to go with those. Because yeah, those backs almost look like they're plated, but they are Mikimoto. See the little hallmark down inside here, the a little M in a clamshell, or an oyster shell, actually. Those clam pearls, you know. All right, you guys got it worked out. Oh, that's always Vanessa. I feel for you on that one. Nothing like that. Hey, I didn't get my package, or where's my package? And you look and it's delivered. It's like, no. Hi. And luckily, very rarely, extremely rarely, is there actually a problem. Like, considering the tens of thousands of packages that I've mailed over the years, I've literally had, you know, on the order of dozens, maybe, of problems. Usually, the biggest problems are usually delays that create anxiety, um, items that get rerouted so they got close to their destination and then they end up going on some grand adventure only to show up where they were supposed to go a week or two later. It's a very balmy 46 degrees and sunny here in Minnesota today. Yay, I'm so happy. Hate the cold winters here. Yeah, funny, Rhonda, because I grew up in Northern California in snow country in the Sierra Nevadas. Uh, it was cold. You spent a lot of your non-winter months preparing for the winter months. And so when I moved to the Santa Cruz area, I was thinking, yeah, I can't wait to have like warmer winters. And it is warmer, but it's not overall. It's not that much more comfortable, honestly. The bone chilling aspect of living next to the coast. My packages love to go on grand adventures. They sure do, Jen. I've witnessed this personally. So, yeah, living right next to the ocean, it's a blessing in the summer because it helps keeps things cool, but in the winter, it also cools things off as well. So, yeah, I've had to adjust when I first moved here in the mid 90s. I had to adjust and I had to wear thermals all winter long. And I find myself still like today, I have thermals on and I'm wearing a beanie that's got a fuzzy inside. But then again, later today when the sun comes out, I might be able to put shorts on and go for a one wheel ride to the beach. So it does change quickly. And for that, I am grateful. All right, anybody buying gold out there? Because this one, I'm going to list this one, and it's basically going to go on eBay for close to what I could get for it melt-wise. I won't be marking it up. I got a good deal on it. I could just sit on it and sell it as a fine gold chain sometime down the road. Or I can stick it on eBay and sell it to one of the fine jewelry stores, and they can put it in their store and get an appropriate markup on it. Here in upstate New York, 17 -2 with the wind chill. Oh, wow. I have a brain dead male person too. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I missed up there. Yeah. SMP, I actually have a really amazing mail lady. For that, I'm really grateful. Amazing enough that I feel confident leaving packages with her rather than just having to take them. But where they go beyond her, dang. I can only say I actually just had to go through on my eBay store. 54 and windy as hell today here, says Karen. And you're in Southern California somewhere, right, Karen? Palm Springs area or San Diego, down in that area. Yeah, California's getting hit pretty good right now. Yeah, in the desert. Yeah, so you get that wind. You can get that wind really changing the game for you. So yeah, sticking this 18 karat gold chain on eBay. And I think last time I checked it, it had $854 in scrap. And I'm going to be selling it for 900. So basically I structure on eBay, if I'm selling something at scrap, I can sell it. I can set the price so that I end up getting, after fees, I'll still end up getting 100% melt value, which is about 8% higher, a 8% higher price than I can get anywhere locally. And that's after fees. So I've found that selling my gold on eBay is often a good way to go. And if you saw those cufflinks, and if you look on my eBay shop, those cufflinks made it to a jewelry store, and they were really happy to get them. So it's selling it at melt or around melt on there can actually save the piece if it's going to the right place. A little bit above melt really helps. I thought I'd take this down to Carmel and offer it to one of the dealers down there, but I didn't make it down there. So I always have a tiny space heater pointed at me. Oh, funny, Karen, because I have. So that's. Let me just cross that out in case someone is out there buying gold, or someone out there is looking for just a fantastic 18 karat gold chain. 23.75 inches, 12.6 grams. Let's see, that was 854 was the scrap value on the 24th. So I don't know where gold's gone since then. If it's following the trends, it's only gone up. I'm always cold. I sleep on top of an electric blanket to survive. I like that. Electric blanket, dang. That's such a great idea, SMP. I got to try that. They probably have great electric blankets now. It's been 20 something years since I've tried electric blankets on. So, all right. Well, that was pretty much it for what I had laid out. I do have a couple more pieces I should bring that I should get in here. That was it. What I had picked out yesterday to actually do my listings with. Now I'm going to bring up a couple supplementary items. My cats are my electric blanket, says Karen. You know, Karen, mine are too. We are like heat banks for each other. During the day, they come and warm up on me, and then during the night, they come and keep me warm. So it's kind of I guess the night relationship's kind of a reciprocal one. We're heating each other. But yeah, I wake up a lot of times at night with a cat weighted blanket effect. If you're familiar with weighted blankets, yeah, they're blankets that have weight inside of them. Oh, dang it. This one's going to give me this one's going to give me a hard time, I can tell. All right. All right. Yeah, the dogs are the same. Good blankets they are. Oh, dang, I forgot about the stream I was watching over my shoulder. What's been going on there with Steph and the ladies? Steph and Sandy and Picasso Cat. Okay. Well, I could probably wrestle with this one all day long to try to get it perfectly presentable, but it's not even a symmetrical piece, so I would literally be wrestling with it all day long. I'll try to get it as close as I can to symmetrical. Honestly, this is a very satisfying process for me. At the beginning, when I see the piece not laid out in an aesthetically pleasing way, I have a little bit of anxiety, and then as I get through the piece, I get a sense of calm. Like now, I'm almost at. Ah, yes. Take a breath, and sometimes the breath is actually very valuable because I'll use a little puff of breath to get everything snugged up. But this one's actually working quite well. So leave it at that. Nope, little puff of breath. I don't know if that did anything, but I feel better now. Ah. Sometimes you got to know when to say when and just leave it. Okay, it's ready. Those were the details on this one. 24 grams, 3.6 grams. Something was not right there. 36 inches long. It's all sterling silver. These are vermeil beads that are strung on there. And this one was 49 bucks. I don't know. How much did I score this for? I don't think I paid much less than that. I must have been doing blowout prices when I priced this one. Cause yeah, that'll be going in my shop for 135, 139. And all right, we need our little piece of paper. This one bead right here, if you can see it, that darkness, it's coming through from the front of the light box as well. So these little pieces of paper that get folded up work well as walls also. Bring a little bit extra light to that one bead. Oh, way better. Golden. Golden. Excellent. Buy it now. I can before it goes up. Yeah, right. A little OCD on Karen. You called me out. Yes, definitely. If any OCD traits are going to shine through, it's going to be while I'm in the light box. And yes, please feel free to psychoanalyze my behavior. I like to do that to my brain. Wait, what? What did I miss there? I pulled up my blanket so hard because my dogs were on them, and one of them went flying off the bed. Oh, darn it! Yeah, I've been there as well. Yeah, I would say if somebody's interested in that, I would say hop on it now because that painfully low price. I'm even looking like, was that the right price that I had? 72 is the original price that I had on it, and I crossed it out for 49. Like, was that the right item, or was this bag some other item's bag? All right, who made this? Is it Mr. 925? I don't remember. $49, Suzanne. 49, which I'm pretty sure I paid 45.50, right in that range somewhere. But if you're gonna buy it, make sure I get all the pictures done first. All right, Suzanne's in. Suzanne's in at 49. I'm stopping pictures. It's not even my style, but it's priced so low. I was thinking I was gonna jump on it. Then Karen said she wanted it. Yeah, well, that's good. That's good, Karen. You prevented Mama Chola from buying something outside of her area. So, all right. And thank you, Suzanne. Thanks for asking. Because the amount of time that you saved me right there was worth that extra. Literally, it probably would have cost me an extra $30 to take that extra bit of time. So that is part of the reason that I'm willing to give really good deals here on YouTube, because you're saving me time, which ultimately is money. You're saving me money, so I'm saving you money in return. Keeping the stuff rolling on through. Okay, now I'm taking a look at what I already got. A little light on, okay, we got earrings, pendants, necklaces. Could use another pair of earrings or two. So, and pearls are hot right now. And then rainbowy pearls. Kind of hard to go wrong there. Saving time and fees for sure. Yeah, you know, speaking of saving fees, Elizabeth K, thanks for actually mentioning that, because I recently started using Zelle for personal stuff, and then I had a client ask if I took Zelle, and I'm like, well, actually, yeah, I just started using that, and it's great, no fees. It goes straight into your, it's a wire straight into your bank account. So if there's anybody out there that uses Zelle, you're familiar with it, and you want to use Zelle, I take Zelle. I take everything, honestly. I've been doing this so long that I've gone from being a cash and check only business to basically a credit card only business because of the way things run now. But I still do take cash, checks. I run credit cards through my merchant account. Does eBay charge a lot these days to list stuff? Rhonda, you really have to, it really depends on what you're listing and how you're listing it. Like for sellers like myself, oh, these ones, before I even start pictures, 6 grams, 2.25 inches, sterling and pearls, they're 18 bucks. I'll put them in my shop for like 45. 45, and they'll probably sell pretty darn quick. Even crypto, you know, Mama Chola, I have, technically I do have a crypto wallet, and I also have crypto that can be sent through Venmo. So even crypto, yes. Even the crypto. Yeah, so Rhonda, that's actually a complicated question. It's not as simple as it used to be, where there's a flat listing fee and then a flat sales fee. Now it depends on the format that you're listing. It can even be category dependent, the fee structure. The final sales price can dictate how much commissions are charged. Again, the category, the commissions can change. Your level as a seller, you can pay different fees. So It's actually a very complicated question. But in general, um, from what I remember, in general, my base my base fees on eBay are about 13%, and it can go wildly up from there if you start buying into marketing, promoting your listings, so on and so forth. $18 SMP. The pearl earrings are 18 bucks. I heard Mercari is a cheaper platform. It could be, yeah. I haven't really looked into Mercari. I think, there are so many different platforms out there. It's kind of a matter of finding what works best for you and, yeah, kind of settling into either one or an ecosystem of many. It looks like a toilet seat, right? Toilet seat earrings. Ooh. They are $18. Yes, they are $18. And honestly, like I like these. I just like the bars on these. And the pearls. I think the pearls alone would be great earrings, and I think the bars would be great as well. But easy in and out of the box. Let's see, do these ones leave little? Yeah, they do. Easy. Oh, SMP's in. Okay. Okay, SMP. SMP, I'm pretty sure you're registered. But if you're not, then please just hit that jot form up on the top. And if you're not sure, it doesn't hurt to register again. So SMP Biker at 18 sold to you, sir. Thank you very much. Or ma'am. I should not make assumptions. I know better. So thank you, SMP. Not going in the shops with those ones. No, no, no. Okay, but we have more earrings here, so let's get these earrings out. And are these Mexican? Yes, Mexican silver. Very much in the style of Stuart Nye, American studio artist that was very well known for doing dogwood themed pieces. Oh, awesome, SMP. They match a necklace you have? Perfect. I like to hear that. Love it. All right, sterling dogwood flower earrings. These are like a slam dunk in the light box. All those different angles, all that light picking up on there. Ooh, they are playing great. Some things, they just eat up that light. Eat it up and like it. One thing I would say, you can save yourself a lot of light box time by cleaning your jewelry ahead of time, or just being okay with having some dust and some crust. But typically, I would recommend at least a light wipe down with a damp cloth, because a little bit of removal of that dust on the surface, just a little bit of a polish on it, can make a really big difference. But bam, in and out of the light box with these. Easy peasy. Like, that's the kind of stuff that's, you see it, and when I see it out shopping, I go, oh wow, okay, quick, easy. Loves the light box. When do you steam clean them? Mama Chola, I steam clean items when they need a light cleaning. So the steam cleaning is It's more about a gentle way to get into some of those fine surfaces that I can't get in with damp cloth or a toothbrush even. Yeah, I actually have a video. I wonder if that's on my secondary device or my primary device. Let me check real fast. Oh, check this out. Personal jewelry. I don't have a whole lot of it, but this is one of my personal pieces, and I think I'm going to be bringing it up for sale. Yeah, because I don't wear it, and even when I do, it only fits on my pinky, and it's not really my style, honestly. But I love it. It's a great rare piece. All right, SMP has a question. All right, hold on just a second. SMP, I'll be back in the chat. Oh, yes, I have another piece you haven't invoiced, but you can do that when you round up my other stuff. Okay, SMP, let me think about that. Okay, if I didn't invoice you for it, then I'll definitely go. That's not my style. I'm chasing that buck down. So yeah, I'll send you an invoice for both of those. And thanks for the reminder on that. And thank you, Rhonda, for pointing out that SMP had a question as well. But yeah, wow, super piece, mixed metals. If you're familiar with modernist jewelry, you will not see this mark very often. You will not come across Macchiarini piece, and that's who this is, Daniel or Peter. I think this one's a Peter, actually. I'd have to research the history of the marking system, but I'm pretty sure this is a Peter original. Beautiful piece. I've only had 2 of these rings ever. The first one I had was really fantastic with a bunch of nice inlay. Sorry, I was in the refrigerator. Mama Chola, you were in the refrigerator. Is that where your old, if you do auctions, Mama Chola, and you don't sell stuff, is that where it's going to go, in the refrigerator instead of like in the trash can or in the dumpster? That's funny. Oh, yes. These earrings. Boy, these suckers are temperamental. I tell you. Let me just say, they're $45 if anyone wants to save me an arm wrestling match with these ones. Beautiful, beautiful. But my ability to get some good pictures of these is really being tested. So here we go again. Here we go. Funny. Well, thank you everybody for hanging out here. 14 people hanging out in the house, watching me work in the light box. Just shot you a reminder, says SMP. All right, SMP. Well, thank you, and I will shoot you an invoice later on. I was trying to make a string cheese taco. This is only keep talking, Mama Chola, please. This is only getting more interesting. My goodness. Sterling silver, marcasite, and green faceted glass stones on these. Absolutely beautiful pieces. The one thing I like about marcasites, you don't have to get any of that angle shifting typically with marcasites, because they're throwing light off at so many different angles. All you got to do is stick the camera in the light box, zoom in, take a picture, and boom, just like that. Sorry about the crusty looking camera. I had no idea. Just like that, it's done. Let me show you something, though, that makes a big difference in photographing colored stones. So there's a window in the colored stone. A lot of times there will be an angle where when you're looking through the colored stone, you're not getting color through the whole stone. I think rather than showing you on the camera, I'll just put the phone in the light box so you can see what I'm talking about. I had the option to take a picture from this angle, which is nice. But if you look at the stone, there's a couple of dead spots, a couple of those black spots in there. And just by shifting the angle a little bit, you can shift that color out of the, shift those dead spots out of the stone and get color throughout the whole stone. So keep that in mind. I see so many people that do all this work, put all this effort into being in their light box. And if they would just take a little bit of extra time, make a little bit of extra effort, their results would be so much nicer. So yeah, just the difference between that angle and shifting it up to that angle can make a huge difference in the final product. So lighting in general, not only shifting the angle of your camera, but shifting the angle of your lights if you have adjustable lights can make a huge difference. And I've had people tell me for, 20, 25 years, wow, your pictures are so clear and clean, and what do you do? And I get accused of trickery and deception. And I'm like, no, it's just a matter of looking at what's going on in here and trying to maximize the efficiency of my effort. Please make sure to give me an absolutely SMP. You'll get an itemized list on your invoice, and then when I ship, I'll put those, whatever's on your invoices, like if you have combined orders, whatever's on your invoices will go into your shipping notification as well as the title. So he becomes one with the jewelry, right? Well, it kind of feels that way. Like at times, yeah. At times I am one with the jewelry. I'm trying to actually, there's something I'm trying to convey there, and just quickly snapping a picture of it will not convey what it is I'm trying to show. And heck, if you're there already doing it, why not take that tiny bit of extra time to make it that much better? Always get pictures of the back, even if that doesn't look attractive. It's hugely helpful information, especially for collectors. A lot of times I pick pieces up, but that's where I go first. I've seen enough from the front just from walking up to the piece. Now I need to turn it over and look at the back so I know exactly what's going on here. That was not a cut. That was a compliment. No, I didn't take it as a cut at all. It's a compliment, and it's the truth, honestly. I think that's part of anything that you do. If you're present in what you're doing, you're becoming one with that activity. Oh, something just sold. Wow. All right. Well, not that I was looking to make this point, but some of the function of the shops that I have is to try to maximize the value of what I have. Sometimes that means waiting a long time before someone comes along who recognizes the value of what you're selling. And about 2.5 years ago, geez, maybe it was 3 years ago now. Maybe it's been longer, but I bought some silver and diamond beads, and I just sold the last one of them on eBay. And part of that, the point to that conversation was originally I had been offered, $25, $30 from some dealers. And I almost took it, just moving them along. But I knew, like, these are rare. These are hard to find. They're worth $100, $150 a piece. And so I did. I put them in my shops and sold them for $100 to $200 a piece. And the right people came along and got them actually one bead at a time, which was I was shocked about. And the last one just sold. So it'll be interesting to see where that ends up if somebody's doing a project or what. But very cool, like Rajasthani style. Engraved silver beads, just crusty with rose cut diamonds. All right, these Venetian beads are great, super long, super duper long. Oh, I guess I should put out some information here. Elizabeth K, you might actually be into these. $45, 60 inches long, 186 grams. 60 inches, wow. And that is actually my cost on these. I bought these at Alameda for $45. Oh, geez. I guess it was last summer sometime. And now here they are. $18 people just hanging out with me, watching pictures in the light box, hanging out together rather. Thank you. 29 thumbs up. Thank you everybody for being here. Really appreciate you. I don't know how exciting this is on your end, but this is way more entertaining for me than what I'm used to when I do pictures in the light box. I don't know if I can get, these are so long, I don't know if I'll be able to get a shot of them just laid out flat. Let's see. Not looking like it. No, okay, we'll have to get a little bit creative. My standard pattern is to do a little S. I usually just get a little snaking S going. This one's going to be a little bit different. What's up, man?
Making nachos with the beans and meat from the tacos.
Oh, nice. Nice. Those are the best nachos. We had tacos for dinner last night. So Gavin's making taco nachos for lunch. When is my next sale? Rhonda, Wednesday. Wednesday's my next planned sale. I may pop up. If the timing works out right, I may pop up tomorrow afternoon. But yeah, I'm getting Wednesday's sale rounded up and ready. I also have my elegant items all lined up, and I don't know, I might incorporate those into Wednesday's sale. So thank you, Mama Chola. Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern, unless he does a pop-up like this. I'm preparing scripts. I record audiobook plays and keep getting distracted by your light box. Oh, Jen, darn it. Oh, that's interesting because I had someone actually reach out to me about doing something similar. It was probably some spam deal, but they're like, hey, we like your voice. Would you like to do audiobooks? I don't know about that. What is does that mean I just have to read all day? But yeah, I have the elegance all lined out, and I actually had more of that than I realized. So I have that, and then I have the regular sale, and I have the boho sale. So I need to figure out when to get that all live. And I think probably what's going to end up happening is I'll have my regular sale, and then I'll probably just pop on with the other stuff that I have. So Monday works for me, says SMP. Awesome. SMP, I like it. All right, one more picture of these. And then I love that aventurine, the gold fleck in there. Wait, are these adventurine? The gold beads? Quite a few books added to them. It's hard work, not good pay. Plus AI is taking over. Oh man, right? You know, the AI thing, it's I have mixed emotions on that one. It's been hugely powerful and helpful in some areas of my life and entertaining as well. If you've caught some of the silly music that I've made, well, and some of the actual serious music as well. Um, yeah, it's fun and powerful, but there's so many potential red flags with it as well. It's like, dang. And it's interesting because my son, you know, his generation grew up immersed in information and the internet, and to see their perspective on AI and honestly, like their distaste for it, it's very insightful for me. So, yeah, AI is ruining a lot of things. I'm not sure what if it's a net plus or not. I guess time's definitely going to tell on that one. Machola, it's very hard industry to get into unless you have an agent booking you gigs. Now it's cheaper for authors to use an AI generated voice. It is, and the AI generated voices are now so good at impersonating people that I mean, I remember that a year ago, one of the YouTubers that I watched did a video with AI. He was talking about how AI could potentially replace him and his content, and the entire video that he did had been AI generated. AI generated images, AI generated voiceover using his voice as a reference. And you could tell, or I could tell during it, that it was a little bit off. Um, and I was thinking, wow, he's probably doing this, ironically, uh, AI generated to show people what he's talking about. And it was an entirely AI generated video in line with his regular content, and it was so close that it was scary. Yes, my voice was used to train AI. Several of us who did free work in the internet were used. Yeah, well, that's kind of an extension of what we're all doing here, Jen. A lot of us are freely training automated systems and AI, whether we're aware of our compliance or not. Yeah, Jen. Well, maybe that's one of those things that if we get a podcast going, one of us here, I've talked about that myself, but man, the time to do that still escapes me. But that would be a fascinating conversation. I'd love to talk to you about that. I listen to books all the time. Virtual voice is terrible. Yeah, some of the ones are really awful, but some of them are getting really intense, really really good. I noticed that with Facebook about maybe a year or so ago. I wasn't spending any time on Facebook. Like I hadn't been on Facebook for years, and before I ventured into YouTube, I had been searching around on Facebook a little bit, and I saw so much AI generated content that it blew my mind. And the sad thing about it was that so many people didn't realize that it was AI generated. And it was creating kind of a disheartening scenario where people were believing a lot of things that just simply were not true. So that part of it is very dangerous for people. Check out this Victorian gold-filled necklace. Book chain, engraved book chain links with that red, white, and blue enamel. Nothing like having good color in your pieces. I was talking about this before. When I can, I like to have like a rainbow of color when I list. Nice and presentable. Sorry, I gotta go, says Mama Chola. Doug, thank you for the information. I'd love to learn about anything. Thank you. Well, thank you for being here, Mama Chola, and you're welcome. Always happy to share what I can. And I've got a little bit of experience here in the light box, so happy to share a couple of insights. And if anybody's going to be doing light box work in the future, hopefully some of this helps. So have a good day, Mama Chola. And yeah, next time I pop up, hope to catch you there. And if not, then hope to catch you on Wednesday. But whatever the rest of your day holds, I hope it's a wonderful one. Oh, what is going on? Picasso Cat's selling a big old mushroom. Looks like an agate mushroom or something. Oh, dang it, man. That nacho smell is wafting into the front room now. Ooh. Yeah, Jules, this is an amazing, amazing piece. Victorian gold-filled book chain necklace with enamel. And I don't know if it's just regionally for me, but even on eBay, a lot of the stuff that was really high demand, Victorian, a lot of the stuff just doesn't have the same draw that it used to. Doesn't demand the same price that it once did. And this is definitely one of those pieces. Well, you're in the right place then, Jules, because I love Victorian stuff too. Yeah, I was just actually talking to one of my friends about this, how the Victorian lower end costume market has taken a big hit. Like, it's still popular. There's still a demand for it, but the prices just don't sit where they used to. Like this one, even when I first started, late 90s, this one would have been 150 to 235 back in the day. Now it's like $95. So some antique jewelry holds its value and gains value over time. I'll probably list this for like 135, and then I would take like 95 for it. Yeah. But if you want it here today, Jules, if you're interested, you could have it for 85. Because that's about what I would get after fees, after accepting an offer, and so on and so forth. It is gold filled. There's a little issue here with the clasp. I don't know if it was soldered or if that's original, but it looks like maybe the receiving end of the clasp. Yeah, it looks like maybe the receiving end of the clasp had been resoldered at some point, but that could be original. But that was the only condition issue that I had noted, and considering all in all what it is, it still has the original tassels. That's great. And the enamel's in great condition. Couple little areas. It still functions, yeah. It works great. And I love the links on those, that enamel book chain. I don't even remember the last time I had a book chain with enamel links on it like that. But yeah, that's a nice colorful piece. Like bringing stuff like that. Like bringing that up. And yeah, think about that one, Jules. If you're interested in that, then 85 would be your price. All right, a couple more pieces, and then I think I'll probably call it here. This is end of the Victorian into the Art Nouveau era. Little William Kerr. What is this? A pop? Maybe a poppy? I don't know. Not the best at my flowers, but yes, old sterling silver William Kerr watch pin. Jules, if you like that, what's the length on the necklace? That's a good question, Jules. Pull that. Let me pull that out and take a look. Let me go get my utility belt and my tape measure. So William Kerr brooch. These are the details on the William Kerr brooch. 1 1/8 inch, 4.4 grams, and that is the price. $48. All right, Jules, the length on the book chain necklace, 17 and a half inches. 17.5 inches, Jules. You're welcome. And another light box friendly item. Maybe throw that piece of paper up for a little bit of extra play on those dark areas. Get that light to get in there a little bit more. And bam. One, two, three, go. What time do we got? Almost 1 o'clock here. I think we have someone else coming on soon. Because if there's going to be somebody else on, I'd love to send you somewhere. I know Steph is still on, so. Wolfwalker at 2. Oh, dang. Wolfwalker's on? Cool. So, Wolfwalker, Dina's on. Nice. Perfect. That's what it is. That's what it is. I'm missing Dina Marie. Nah, darn it. Yeah, Wolfwalker. I don't know if she has her selection like she has in the past. There's going to be some great Native American stuff in there. Because, man, she has some powerful pieces. I am sure of that. Whatever she's bringing today, she's going to have some powerful pieces. I'm watching you both, says Sunray. I love it, Sunray. Dang, I need to get a setup where I can have more than just one stream going in my vision. Okay, last piece, which I am surprised this one is still here. I feel like I underpriced it. Sometimes that happens with pieces. You can actually underprice pieces and they won't sell. I fairly priced this piece and it didn't sell. And I was actually a little bit disappointed. Like, well, maybe I should just double the price on it. Because I have actually had that happen a number of times. You bump the piece up to its actual value, what the market should respect or what the market should recognize in a piece, and then it sells. Like, oh, okay, just needed to bring it up to its actual value. Price something too low, and people are like, what's wrong with it? What is wrong with it? Well, there's nothing wrong with it. It just is a really good deal. But yeah, this one, I had it priced at $43, which seemed fair to me for an artisan piece. Yeah, $43. That seemed like a great price. I didn't do comps on them. I don't know. Maybe someone sells these for $15 all day long, but it just seems to me as someone that put that amount of effort into setting those old pieces of porcelain in there. That yeah, it would be worth that in my shop. I'm going to put it in there for like 75, 80 bucks. And even then, I feel like could put it on a nice chain and you could ask 135 for it. It's just a beautiful, beautiful piece of art. Sunray. Right? I know, Sunray, it's so hard. You know, I honestly, at times, I just can't go into people's lives. If I'm on a budget or if I can't buy, I just won't go. So I know, I get it. Will you sell it to me for 43? I will, Jules. If you want it for 43, I will sell it to you for 43. That was what like I said, these painfully low prices will be honored until I put them in my shops. And you're literally seeing the price, you're seeing the process right now. They're not in my shops yet. Okay, Jules, you got it for 43. So, well, thank you, Jules. I'm happy to give what I feel is a good deal, and I'm really happy to give this piece a good home. That's one of the things that is so rewarding about selling on YouTube is now I know people. Now I know the people that are enjoying these treasures. I actually get to see them enjoy them. They share them with the community. They share them back with me. Some of them are getting good deals and they're reselling them out there, which that makes me so happy. Like I love being part of all the different pieces and helping. Oh, a couple more. And helping people on all levels. You know, it would be nice to just be a seller, selling everything at high end retail, getting top dollar for it. Uh, but that's not as rewarding as it is to, sure, those sales are great. I love making those sales. Those people, you know, amazing people. But I also have friends that are dealers. I have friends that are on really tight budgets. I think I'll put that on rose quartz beads. Nice, Jules. Oh, that'll look beautiful. That'll look amazing. Yeah, I like to be able to bring something for everybody. So I like being able to provide dealers with good deals so that they can turn around and make a good buck. Provide good deals to their clients or to other dealers that they know. I like hooking dealers up. You know, I like saying, hey, this is a dealer who sells this kind of thing, and this is a dealer who buys this kind of thing. You guys should get together. And sometimes that costs me, but you know, I feel like that short-term costs will pay off in the long run. So, and this one was slated for the light box. It's just so small that I keep losing it. I have to put it in my new bags. I decided a while back that I'm going back to my plastic bag system. I was losing too many things in organzas. And I'm also going to a bigger bag system because the little tiny bags were getting shuffled under bigger bags. And now everything's just going in its 4x6 bag. So they won't turn out like this item, which should have been listed a month ago, but instead it got shuffled under a couple bigger bags, and I just found it at the bottom of a tub. And here it is. So get some pictures of this. This will be the last item I do. So if anybody has any requests for anything that you've seen in the past that you'd like me to bring up, or if you have any general requests, I do have a couple tubs of jewelry sitting close by that I could pull. I could pull pieces from. Otherwise, yeah, I'll finish up these pictures here, and then we'll run a little drawing here. I got my free shipping list has dwindled considerably, so I'm going to be giving free shipping or a $6 credit towards your next purchase, whichever you choose. So yeah, we'll do that pretty quick here. And then we'll send you off in a couple different directions. Still got 8 people holding strong here. Thanks everybody for hanging in there. Now we got 9 and 30 thumbs up today. Wow. I honestly feel so blessed to have had more than a couple people here today. And to have 30 thumbs up, that's awesome. This rainy day turned out to be a pretty nice one. Ooh. Is there a piece of jade in here? It's doing that thing. It's not wanting to lock in. You have truly unique items. Thank you, Jules. I try to have unique items. Yeah. Man, that is fantastic. Pew. What does that say on there? Ursprick 12. I think that's marked 18 karat on there. I don't have my up close eyeballs to see. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, that's RSP 18K. All right. 12. That's a ARSP 18K 12. Well, thanks for being here, SMP. Appreciate you guys. All right, so that is the last picture. I think that my camera is done. Oh, what's that? 14 karat gold chain to go with that. Is that right? Well, is that right? 14 karat, or am I tripping? Oh yeah, 14 karat gold chain. I think I've just changed this item, this listing on the fly. This 14 karat gold chain was in the tub right next to it. I had $55 for it. I had $55 on it. And now it's not a pendant. Now it's a necklace. 18 karat gold pendant on a 14 karat gold necklace. That actually worked quite nicely. And it's a nice, elegant little piece. Good match. Okay, I'm not quite done with pictures because I just added this gold chain to the pendant. Swap that out for a fresh piece of paper. Yeah, I think they were meant to be. They were just sitting right there, right in the tub, right next to each other. So Why not? Pendant needed a chain. Chain needed a pendant. Now they have been found. So yeah, if you look in the description of this stream, if I set it up correctly, then in the description, you should see links to my shops. There's a Jot form, and then if you scroll down a ways past all the keywords, you'll see a second paragraph of information that has links to my Ruby Lane shop, my eBay shop, and my Etsy shop. And you'll be able to see over the next couple days, or maybe even this afternoon, if I stay on track here, these items go into my shop. So you can kind of see how the full process works. For some of you, you may have seen me buy these items or see me reveal them shortly after buying them. And maybe you've seen them come up once or twice in a live, and now they're going into my shops. So you get to see that whole process. And the whole process, honestly, for me, is a learning process. One thing about this business, you never stop learning. Literally, there's a new piece of knowledge, there's a new tool, there's some new technology, there's some new trend. Always, every day, there's something to learn. So that really is one of the things that I find gratifying about this job. Always more to know, always more to do. There is never an excuse to be bored. There's never an excuse to not be busy. I love the big Yellowstone pendant you showed at the top. Are you bringing that on Wednesday? I don't remember which pendant that is, Jules, but yeah, the only thing that was in there that I won't be... The only thing that wasn't for sale, if I remember right, is the sun. This is like my mascot, so that one won't be coming up for sale, but anything else will be. So, yeah. You need to go skateboard shopping again. I know, SMP, the sun's actually breaking out right now, and I can see the streets drying. So if the sun stays out for another hour, I'm going to get on the one wheel and go. St. John's, the local charity shop, will be open from noon to 4. And if I can get down there and hit it, I'm going to. Because that's where I got that really sweet Chinese locket. The enamel. Speaking of which, where is that one? Yeah. That's where I got this one. A little ride on the one wheel, popped in at the shop, and whoa, there it was, sitting right there. And that is a great suggestion, SMP. Yeah. So that was a little adventure cruising on my one wheel, and that's what I came up with. So fingers crossed, adventure this afternoon, come up with something like that. Okay. Final pictures, and then I already had something picked out for the giveaway. My tag's right here. So for the giveaway, I'm going to do $6 credit towards your next purchase, which is basically free shipping because domestic shipping is $6. So, or it's a credit for your international order. Or if you already have free shipping, then you get another free shipping credit. So you could get free shipping and $6 off. But this shouldn't be too hard. We're going to do a state in the Western United States. How's that? 8 people still in the house here. So pick a state. in the Western U.S. And whoever gets the right state is going to get free shipping or a $6 credit. I can't go thrifting until I get wheels, right? I hear that. So $6 credit coming your way. And I'm watching. Holy moly, Rhonda Schrader nailed it. Rhonda Schrader, just like that. Boom. Rhonda. And Rhonda, you already had free shipping, so now you get $6 off that order coming up. Rhonda, you got the luck on that. Rhonda Schrader. All right, I got the Schrader, blah, blah, blah. I think I got it on there. Congratulations, Rhonda. So yeah, I will knock $6 off that invoice coming up here. And congratulations. You nailed it. I guess I shouldn't have said the Western US. I didn't realize I was shortening it up so much. So, okay, let me just get a little bit of face up action here to sign off, say goodbye. Oh, we're a little bit wonky on our angle, but we're not staying here long. So thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed hanging out in my light box and seeing a little bit of what I do to prepare listings for my online shops. It's been great having you. Really appreciate you guys being here to hang out. I hope you learned something, and I hope you. Oh, you missed it, Sherry. It's all right. Blessed baubles. I'll be popping on again. I'll be back on Wednesday, but I'll be popping on again. Maybe this evening. Maybe after Tanya's done tonight, I'll pop back on. So, and yeah, maybe Monday. However my schedule works out, I will get back on when I can. So, thank you everybody for being here. Jules, Sunray, Rhonda, Sherry, last minute stopping in. Hey, better late than never, right? Now we got a couple places we can go. SMP, appreciate you. I will get that invoice off to you. And anyone else who bought something out of my Lightbox, thank you. I appreciate you. I will get invoices off today. If you've already bought something and you have a tracking number that's not registering information, I'll put this in your box, because if it's not registering, it didn't go. Yeah, so thanks a lot for hanging out. I think I'll do this again. I've wondered how it would go doing Lightbox work in the past, and I liked it. I liked having the company, and I hope it worked well for those of you who were here. So we have Steph is on. Let's see. And we have Dina Marie. Is Dina Marie still on? Dina. I think her command is just !Dina. So let's see. !Steph. If Nightbot's on board here, then... Oh, and we got registrations coming through too as well. Gonna have a couple links dropping in the chat here. Steph. Are you here, Nightbot? Are you here? Hello? Hello? Okay, there's Steph's. It didn't drop Dina's, but let me just look real fast. I think I can get Dina's up here pretty quick. Subscriptions. Dina. Cool. Share. All right. Copy. Here's Dina Marie's link. If you guys don't know Dina Marie, she is so much fun. She's a total sweetheart. Every time I go to Dina's, I leave happier than I came. So if you're looking for someone who's upbeat, positive, warm and fuzzy feeling, then go to Dina's. And Steph too. Steph and her crew are great people. So thank you very much for being here, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. And I'll catch you next time I'm on. Until then, peace.